Donovan Field in Jacksonville, Florida. It is Creekside and Bolles taking each other on in some Tuesday night baseball here on Schlick Sports. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bolles School as we get set for the first of 3 this week for the Creekside Knights, coming off of a successful tournament in Daytona. Last week, the Knights have now jumped up 35 spots in the latest FHSAA rankings, and they look to build on their momentum against a tough Bulldogs roster tonight. This is a matchup that does not disappoint. The last 4 matchups between Creekside and Bolles have been decided by 2 runs or less. Bolles put together a comeback last year that fell just short as Creekside plated the winning run in that one in the bottom of the 6th inning. Both of these teams coming in 4-1 in their last 5. Both of them top 55 teams in the state of Florida. Creekside enters this one at 10-7, Bolles at 12-4, and both teams trying to get this week started off right, coming off of spring break. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups and national anthem. Well, the speakers aren't very loud out here with renovations going on at Bolles, so not able to hear too much. So we'll bring you back up here for some more commentary, fill some more time here in pregame. The Knights coming off of a loss in their last one, 7-6 in the 42 Challenge Championship to Spruce Creek. That was a game that had to be decided in extras. The Knights couldn't quite come away with an extra inning 42 Challenge win again this year, but they had some big-time wins. They started off the week with a 6-4 win over Haggerty, followed that one up with an extra innings W 6-5 over Windermere, and then beating Atlantic Coast in the semifinals to advance to the championship, getting right after the Stingrays defeated them in the second game of the season. This Knights offense has been hot recently as they have scored at least 5 runs in 9 of their 10 contests in the month of March. The team batting average has jumped up to 276, a 56-point increase since we took the turn from February to March, as we're going to send you to the field now as they are playing the national anthem out here at Bolles. And it is time for baseball here on Schlick Sports. Creekside and Bolles here in Jacksonville, Florida. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups for today's game. First, the batting order for the Creekside Knights. Creekside led off by Zach Jackson, followed by Hunter Schlegel and Connor Belizick. Heart of the order, Morton Williams and Bisham, with Blanzit, Tony Romeo, and Aiden Benechek rounding things out. Out on the field for the Bolles Bulldogs, taking a look at the outfield, James McCraney gets the start in left with Rylan Baker in center, Ford McCarthy in right. Across the infield, Will Arndt, the third baseman, with Jackson Geist at short and Denzel Del Valle Delgado at second. Jackson Richter, the first baseman, with Gabe Gonzalez behind the plate. And the man on the mound, Levi Pichker. Pichker The senior southpaw getting the start for Bolles. He stands at 6'0", 180. He's got a fastball in the low to mid-80s according to Perfect Game with a curveball and a changeup he'll also mix in there. He leads the Bulldogs with 8 appearances on the mound this season. 6 of them have been starts. He's tossed 32 2/3 innings with a record of 4-2, an ERA at 1.71. He has struck out 32 while walking just 18. This is a Bolles team that has had plenty of run support throughout the season. Their team ERA at 2.85, a good mark to be at. This has been a tough team to beat all season, and they'll look to take down Creekside in a big-time battle tonight. It is a beautiful night for baseball just off the river. 75 degrees here at first pitch with the wind blowing at 7 miles per hour. Peachker to the plate. Gets a strike past Zach Jackson. First pitch, 6:33. Goes outside, 1-1 on the night's left fielder. Bolles undergoing some massive renovations right now. Neither team with a dugout. Creekside out by right field is behind a curvature in the fence with a net placed in front of him. Same goes for Bolles, but down the left field line. Chopper over to third, fielded cleanly. Throw over by Arndt will get Jackson one away. Creekside comes into this one outscoring their opponents 88-67. They had their 6-game win streak snapped by Spruce Creek in their last contest. Still 4-1 over their last 5, 7-3 in the month of March. Showing bunt, laying one down is Hunter Schlegel. Peachker fields, throws to first, and beat him by a step for out number 2. So a pair of groundouts, and that brings up Connor Belizik. This yard is not too deep to the corners. Right field and left field are a bit of a short porch. It's 340 to both right center and left center. 310 down the lines. Once you get out towards center field, the wall gets back there a little bit. 380 to dead center. But I'm sure these dimensions look inviting to a power hitter like Connor Belizik. Two outs in the top of the first. Peachker delivers. Gets a strike in there, 1-1. Belizik comes into this one hitting .519. 3 home runs and 17 RBIs for Belizik. He's got 12 extra base hits and 8 doubles this year. Swings through that one. Off-speed pitch had him leaning out in front. 2-2 count on Connor Belizik. Peachker to the plate. Swing and a foul tip. Grounded down that third base side. Still a 2-2 count on Belizik. Peachker into the windup. Curveball hung it up above the zone. 3-2. A full count on Connor Belizik. The payoff pitch. Swung on and chopped back. Foul ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Belzic swings and misses at strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Levi Peachker and the Bolles Bulldogs. First chance for the Bulldogs at the plate when we return on Schlick Sports.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
We welcome you back to the Bowl School with the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. They're led off by Jackson Geist, followed by Rylan Baker and Gabe Gonzalez. Denzel Del Valle Delgado, the cleanup man, with Ford McCarthy in the 5 spot. Will Arndt batting 6th. 7, 8, 9, McCraney, Osborne, and Richter for the Bulldogs. Taking a look at the fielding alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out in the outfield, it is Jackson, Bysham, and Williams left to right. On the infield, Parker Morton, the third baseman, with Aiden Benechek at short. Tony Romeo at second. Tavern Blancett mans first base. Behind the plate is Connor Belizik, and out on the mound is Matthew Bysham. Bysham is making his 6th appearance and 5th start of the season. He's gone 18 2/3 with an ERA at 0.75, a whip just north of 1 at 1.02. He has struck out 23 while walking 7. He's coming off of a game against Haggerty in which he went 4 2/3, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, just 1 of them earned. He struck out 5 while walking 2 in that outing. Creekside this season are undefeated in games in which Bysham appears on the mound, and they're trying to keep that going. Tied up in the first, 0-0, and first chance for Bolles, led off by Jackson Geist. Bit of a half swing there, goes through the slider. Full windup and the pitch. Fastball into the zone, quickly 0-2. Working fast into the windup. 0-2 pitch, just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper right back at Bysham. Hustles over towards Blancett and flips on to first for out number 1. Bysham gets started off right, got ahead in the count, and was able to get the out. Bysham gets an out 76% of the time after a first pitch strike. 57% of the time, he gets one across the plate. First pitch swinging, foul tip into the mitt. Rylan Baker swings and misses at strike 1. Time called. This Bolles team has outscored their opponents 102-68 this season, as Baker will take first base. A runner on base, and that brings up Gonzalez. As a team, Bolles is hitting .267. They've got an on-base percentage at .397, averaging 6.38 runs per game. Pickoff move and back safely at first is Baker. The Knights team ERA at 2.28 this season. Opponents have scored just under 4 runs per game against them. Good slider into the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gabe Gonzalez, the catcher. A Mercer commit stands at 6'4", 200. Beisham's 2-2 is fouled back. Gonzalez staying alive. Pickoff move, back in time at first. Gonzalez hitting .396 this year, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs. Tied for the team lead in home runs, leads the team in RBI. Curveball made him look silly. Strike 3. With 2 outs, that brings up Denzel Del Valle Delgado. He leads the team with a .400 batting average, 13 home runs on the season. 13 RBIs on the season. 13 home runs, he'd be making some headlines. No home runs, no extra base hits for Delgado. Runner goes, throw down to second is high, and Baker is in time with the stolen base into scoring position. Stolen base number 6 for Baker. 0-1 count. Beisham's pitch swung on and sent foul to the batting cages. 0-2 on the second baseman. 2 outs and a runner on second. Two-strike offering from Beisham. Down in the dirt. Baker is hung up in between second and third. Morton looking him down. Flips it on to Benechek, who will tag him out and end the inning. Nothing doing for Bolles in the bottom of the first. Scoreless through 1 here at the Bolles School. Levi Piechker back out on the mound for his second inning of work. Set the Knights down in order in the first inning. He's had a couple of really nice starts in his last 2. Both games he went over 6 innings. His last one against Bishop Kenny earned the loss, but only allowed 1 run. It was not earned. Struck out 5 while walking 1. He got roughed up against Oakleaf, allowed 6 earned runs in that game, and hasn't allowed an earned run since. That's in 14 innings pitched. Back up the middle, base hit to center for Parker Morton. The Knights with the leadoff man on in the second. Now I'll bring up Drew Williams. Parker Morton stays hot. Hard contact right back where it came from into center field. Drew Williams, the right fielder for Creekside. Williams hitting .250 this season. That one down in the dirt. Morton stays put. Pickoff move and Morton back standing. And that's a base hit back to center. Morton will get in at second. Drew Williams with a line drive single. Back-to-back base hits brings up Michael Bysham with runners on first and second. Creekside has scored first in their last 8 games. They've got a runner in scoring position here in the top of the second inning. Nobody out. Bysham showing bunt. Pickoff move to second. Goes off the head of Morton. He's digging for third, and he is going to get in there. Now just 90 feet away. So now we'll see if they still try to lay down a bunt. Williams is at first. Middle infielders are back. Third baseman is Will Arndt, and he is playing in near the grass. Bysham making no move towards a bunt yet. The lefty looks at Williams. 3 looks over, and he fires. He shoots this one to right. That ball is down for a base hit. It's an RBI single for Michael Bysham, and it's 1-0 Creekside. Nice piece of hitting there for Michael Bysham. All 3 guys have come up and made hard contact. 2 to center, 1 to right. Back-to-back-to-back singles. And Creekside on the board first. Brings up Tavern Blansett. Runners on first and second. Shows bunt. And bunts it foul for strike 1. Bolles leads the all-time series 8-5. But Creekside has won the last 3 contests between these teams. Last year is quite the game. Creekside jumped out to an early 4-0 lead. Bolles slowly chipped away at that one, was able to tie it up 5-5 in the top of the 6th. Creekside responded by plating the go-ahead run in the bottom half of that inning. And then Michael Bysham came in, got the save. Creekside took that one by a score of 6-5. As I mentioned in the pregame, each of the last 4 games between Creekside and Bolles have been decided by 2 runs or less. As Blansett grounds one out to second, Delgado throws on to first. Advances both runners 90 feet, now both in scoring position. And that brings up Anthony Romeo. Infield comes in for Bolles. Romeo has been extremely clutch throughout the season, hitting .455 with runners in scoring position. Had the walk-off single last week. Bisham with a big-time lead at second. Base hit to the outfield should score him. Ground ball to shortstop. They're sending the runner home, and he is out. Drew Williams tagged out. Runners at the corners with 2 away, and Aiden Benechek will step up. That was an aggressive send to the plate. Throw got him by a good bit. Now Peachker trying to limit the damage. Got a chance to get out of the inning. Still 2 runners on base. Ball outside on Benechek. Benechek getting on base at the .333 mark this year. He's got 4 RBIs. Swings and sends one foul off the plate, and I believe off himself. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bisham on third, Romeo on first. One is back towards shortstop, and the catch is made by Jackson Geist to end the inning. Creekside gets 1 on the board from the RBI single, courtesy of Michael Bisham. Knights strike first. Bulldogs looking for a response. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside 25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Back for the bottom of the second, Denzel Del Valle Delgado takes ball 1 inside. He was in an 0-2 count at the end of the first inning. Rylan Baker was picked off on the base paths, which ended the inning. A little bit more of a favorable count now for Del Valle Delgado. 3 balls, no strikes. Takes strike 1. Ford McCarthy is the man on deck. Hard ground ball into right field. It's a leadoff single for Bolles in the second inning. Brings up McCarthy. McCarthy getting the start in right field. He's hitting 174 this season, OPS up at 762. 7 extra base hits, 9 RBIs this year. Check swing and takes it outside, ball 1. Pickoff move, and I think Delgado took 1 step off of first base. Back into the zone, 1-1. Bisham working with a lead. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed. Now it was thought better of it after originally taking off towards second. A swinging strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom of the second. Pickoff move, and he's back in time. Two strike count. Here's the pitch. Slider rung him up on the outside corner. Second strikeout of the game. One on, one out. Brings up Arndt. Good job there by Bisham. He'd used the fastball a lot in that count with McCarthy. Completely fooled him with the slider. Goes back to the fastball, gets it in the zone. We'll see if he sticks with it. Bolles is set up outside. Fastball just off the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arndt this season hitting .310 with 8 ribeyes. Lost his back foot on that swing. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count on the third baseman. Bisham set, and the pitch. Rung him up. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. Good bounce back from the leadoff single. Still a runner on first. Now 2 away. McCraney up at the plate, the junior. He's hitting .231, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Tied for the team lead in long balls. Foul back to the screen. Creekside really concerned with Delgado. 4 stolen bases on the season. Goes this time. Bolles' throw would have had him, but looked like Benechik slipped as he was on his way over to second base. Puts a runner in scoring position. 1-1 is the count. Checked his swing, did not go. Two outs and a runner on second. This one is skied to right. Ranging under it is Williams, who makes the catch to end the inning. After the leadoff single, Bisham keeps Bolles quiet. 1-0 Creekside after 2 on Schlick Sports.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Shacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jax Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjax.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jax 24/7. Jacksonville sports all the time.
Top of the third inning now. 1-0 is our score. Zach Jackson, the leadoff man, in the top of the third inning, taking ball one. Grounded out his first time up. Jackson came into this one hitting 182. He's been heating up though recently. Reached base twice in their last contest. Been seeing some more hits fall. Grounds one to third, takes a hop on Arndt, and he will reach safely on the error. For the second straight inning, Creekside with the leadoff man on base. Brings up Hunter Schlegel. Tried laying down a bunt his first time up. Peachker was able to field it and make the play. He takes low, ball one. One nothing is our score after two. Creekside had 3 straight singles to plate a run an inning ago. Down in the dirt, Jackson stays put at first base. Two-one count. Jackson went before the pickoff move. Throw to second is into left field. He's taken off for third. Jackson is in there safely. Peachker got him with the pickoff move, made the throw to first, and Jackson didn't hesitate. He took off immediately, caused some chaos. Now a runner on third, 2-1 count. Schlegel, a very good bunter. Got the infield in. Jackson's got good speed. Up and in with the fastball. 3 balls and a strike on Hunter Schlegel. Trying to find the zone, Peachker. Curveball stays up. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Now Connor Bolles to the plate. Bolles struck out swinging his first time up. Worked a 3-2 count. Takes one down and in for a ball. The next 3 men due up for Creekside all singled in an inning ago. Time called at the plate. Peachker was taking his time out there. Belzic deciding to have everyone reset. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball for strike one. The 1-1 offering. Ground ball, that is backhanded at short, no play for Jackson Geist. Jackson scores for Creekside, and it is 2-0. That'll be ruled an infield single for Belizic. He drives in his team-leading 18th run of the year. Now Parker Morton with runners on first and second, nobody out. Showing bunt. Peachker a long look over at Schlegel. Still looks over at second, and Morton calls time. Going with the slash. Fouls it back. That's something we've seen a lot recently from Parker Morton. I asked him about it yesterday, how that came about. As he goes with the bunt, it's a good one. Peachker throws to first, not in time. A bunt single for Parker Morton. That's what makes that slash really dangerous, is he is a very good bunter. And he's good at slashing as well. Makes it tough on a corner infielder. Bases loaded, nobody out for Drew Williams. He had a line drive single his first time up at the plate. The slider finds the outside part of the plate. Go, 0-1 is the count. The kick and the pitch. Down low, ball one. A big opportunity for Creekside here in the top of the third. Already 1 run in this inning, a 2-0 advantage. 3 ducks on the pond with nobody out. Williams swings over the fastball. I think he was waiting on the slider right there. Seen behind that one. A big 2-strike pitch coming up. Here's Peachker. Goes inside, 2-2. Had him off on that fastball the last time he threw it. We'll see if he goes back to it right here. Going to step off before the pitch. Now the pitch. Down and in, 3-2. And you cannot walk him with the bases loaded. Pressure's on to throw a strike. Shakes off a sign. Takes a peek towards third and comes set. The payoff pitch. Ball 4 high, 3-0 Knights. That elevated fastball is a tough one to take. It looks enticing, but Drew Williams able to lay off, and he drives in a run by doing so. Now 3-0 Knights. Bases still loaded, still nobody out. Michael Bysham had an RBI single his first time up. He's trying to do it again. For Bolles, you've got to force at any base. You're either looking to get the runner at home on a ground ball or get 2 outs. There is a man up in the bullpen. That is number 18 for Bolles, Zeke Ansley. Spikes another pitch, 2-0. I am shocked we haven't seen a mound visit yet. This has been a rough couple of innings. This one especially, still unable to get an out. Peachker is missing the zone, doesn't seem all that confident. This is where you got to go out and talk to your guy. The 2-0. That one finds the strike zone. Foul ball. 2-2. Bysham with 3 on base, 2 in scoring position. 9 RBIs on the season. A chance to add a couple more. The 2-2 fouled back to the backstop. Two balls and 2 strikes. Another pitch. Good adjustment there by Bysham. It looked like he was expecting a fastball. Kind of hesitated on that swing. Still able to make contact with the slider. And he stays alive. The 2-2. Chop foul. Good fight from Michael Bysham. Another 2-2. Chopper towards third. Throw will go home, and it is in time to get Belizik. Now 1 out in the inning. Brings up Tavern Blancett.
All right, 12 or 7, let's go.
Bases loaded, 1 away. Two runs in the top of the third. 3-0 Creekside is our score. Corners in. Slider, nasty pitch. Front door into the zone. 0-1 fastball runs outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Morton on third, Williams on second, Bysham on first. Down low for ball 2. Blancett's been swinging a hot bat. 419 over his last 10 games. On the season, he's hitting .327. Out in front of the slider, 2-2. He grounded out to second his first time up. Now the 2-2. Pop foul and out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. The offering is swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 big timeouts there for Peachker. And a chance to strand the bases loaded. He'll face Tony Romeo. Make that Nick Romeo. Romeo's been clutch all season long. Though he only has 25 plate appearances, about half as most of the team leaders, he's still second on the team with 11 RBIs. Swings and hits a line drive into left. That scores Morton. Williams will stay put at third. That one didn't even make it to left. Had some weird spin or hit someone. Either way, he'll do the trick. 4-0. RBI number 12 for Nick Romeo. Now Benechek. Still 2 away. The first pitch in for a strike. Creekside now with 6 hits in this game. All of them have been singles. Playing some small ball, and it has been working. Second pitch to Benechek. Inside. 1-1. Benechek moved his back foot to get out of the way. Chris King not happy about that. He's been preaching to the team to keep your feet planted. Now 2 strikes on Benechek. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that ends the inning. Creekside plates 3 in the third. They've got a 4-run advantage on Bolles when we return on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Creekside led Bolles by a score of 4-0 last year before the Bulldogs made the comeback. Joey Dugo is into the game for Aiden Benechek. Tony Romeo shifts over to shortstop. And Dugo takes over at second. Chopper to short. Romeo's got it. Throw to first is in time. Out number one. It's Osborne, Richter, and Geist due up. Osborne is down. Now Jackson Richter, the first baseman. Richter hitting .269, 3 RBIs. Getting on base at the .321 mark this season. Pops this one up. That's back into the stands. Just right of them. Strike one. The slider from Bisham goes up and in. The 2-1 goes outside, 3 balls and a strike on Richter. The Bulls dugout making some noise for the first time tonight. Bisham back into the zone. 3-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Blancett coming in. Makes the catch in foul territory. 2 away. First 2 men down. Back to the top of the order, and we'll see if the second time around changes some things for Bolles. So far, just 2 base runners, 1 on a hit by pitch, 1 on a single. With 2 outs, Geist trying to start something, takes the slider. There's strike 1. If the Knights can keep this Bulls offense quiet, gives them a real good chance to win. Obviously, the 4-run lead helps. But Bulls this season, they are 3-3 when scoring 4 runs or less, 9-1 when scoring 5 or more. And Bisham sets down Geist on 3 pitches. And the Bulldogs, 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. All Creekside so far, they lead by 4 from Hugh W. Donovan Field.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
A look at how we've gotten to this point so far. Creekside has been busy these last 2 innings on offense. They're trying to keep it going. They have batted around. And it's back to Zach Jackson leading it off for the 2nd straight inning. Peachker gets the slider across for strike 1. Creekside with 4 runs on 6 hits. They've reached 2 times on walks. 1-1 count. Jackson takes low. He reached base on an error to lead off the 3rd. Two balls and a strike on Jackson. There's that fastball. Hits the outside corner, 2-2. Goes back to the heater, gets Jackson swinging. 4th strikeout of the night for Peachker and the first out of the 4th inning. Schlegel reached on a walk and scored in the 3rd. Now with 1 away, digs into the left-handed batter's box. Strike 1. Second pitch to Schlegel. Sent the other way and foul. 0-2 is the count. See if he puts that slider in the dirt or if he gets him with the fastball. Goes up high, 1-2. Spikes that one, count back even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and miss, curveball got him swinging, back-to-back strikeouts to lead off the 4th. Now with 2 gone, it brings up Connor Belizick. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout. First pitch strike. Not sure, that pitch looked a little like a sinker. One ball and 2 strikes on Connor Belizick. Goes inside and got him, maybe? Did it bounce? Make it 2-2. The 2-strike pitch is ripped to left for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Connor Belizick, and a 2-out base runner for the Knights. Belizick has been swinging it well, now with his base hits today on a 10-game hit streak, and in that span, 7 multi-hit games. Now Morton with a runner on first and 2 away. First pitch on the outside part of the plate. Belizik on the move, pitches low, and Connor Belizik is in standing on second. Parker Morton is 2 for 2. He's got a swinging single and a bunt single. So after Belizik steals second, they are going to run Jonah Leiby. Here's the pitch. Takes ball 2.
Hey, we got discipline here, Parker.
2 balls and a strike. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Morton takes down and in. 3 balls and a strike.
Hey, keep it simple, Parker.
Peachker's got a base open at first. If he were to walk, Morton puts a force on first, second, and third. Gets a new count. And that's what's going to happen. Parker Morton reaches base for the third time in this one.
Hey, get it done, Doc.
Now Drew Williams. An RBI walk his last time up. And he singled in the second.
Hey, get it done, Dub. Hey, get it done, Dub.
2 on and 2 out. First pitch is a ball down and away. Bullpen has gone quiet for Bolles. They had previously had Zeke Ansley throwing.
Hey, get it done, Dub.
Gabe Gonzalez, after talking with Peachker, heading back to the plate.
Hey, get it
Leiby's
done,
on
Dub.
second. Morton is on first.
Get it done, Dub.
Pickoff move, and Leiby is back safely. Towing the rubber. Peachker is set. Goes low. 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch count has got to be starting to climb up there. This is already the 3rd time through the order for Creekside.
Get it done, Dub.
A chopper out to short. Going to be a tough play, and they're not going to get Williams. The bases are loaded.
There we go. Let's get it done, Mike.
After back-to-back strikeouts to lead off the inning, we've got 2 singles and a walk to load the bases. This will be pitch number 88 from Peachker.
Hey, get it done, Mike.
Bisham awaits. Slider missing. There's ball 1.
Hey, get it done, Mike.
Second pitch to Michael Bisham is sent to third, takes a hop, throw goes to second, and it is in time to end the inning. Creekside loads the bases with 2 outs but can't get anyone home. They still lead by 4. Back after these messages on Schlick Sports. Welcome back to the Bolles School. 4-0 Creekside is our score as the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th is popped up. Calling for it and making the catch is Tony Romeo. 1 pitch and 1 out. Matt Bysham has faced 1 over the minimum so far. He has been shutting down the Bulldogs. Gabe Gonzalez after taking ball 1. He struck out his first time up. Slider goes down and away. We've had a car that's had its alarm going off for the past minute. Another pop-up. This one tracking towards first. Blansett makes the catch, and there's 2 away. The car is still honking. It's one of the worst sounds, just most annoying sounds on the planet. Matt Bysham now at 48 pitches. He's been efficient. Foul ball off the bat of Delgado. He's got the only hit of the game for Bolles. It was a leadoff single in the 2nd. Caught chasing down and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Matt Bysham is ready and waiting into the windup. Wave and a miss at strike 3. Matt Bysham has now set down 10 in a row. Creekside in control. They lead 4-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change on your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. Into the game for Bolles, the right-hander Zeke Ansley stands at 6'1", 208. He is making his 6th appearance of the year. He's gone 12 1/3 so far, a record of 0-1 and an ERA at 2.84. He has struck out 14 while walking 8. Opponents hitting 245 off of Ansley this season. Throwing his final warm-up pitches. It'll be Blancett leading things off for Creekside. The Knights loaded the bases on a 2-out rally in the 4th, but were unable to get anybody home there. They played 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. The final line on Bolles starter Levi Peachker goes 4 innings, allowing 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He struck out 5 while walking 3.
Go, Tab. Come on, Tab.
Blancett is 0 for 2.
Find it, Tab.
And the 0-2 pitch is fouled back. He stays alive.
Go, Tab.
Another 2-strike offering is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second time Blancett has struck out in this game. And it brings up Tony Romeo. First pitch swinging. Fouls it off and out of play. Out in front of the curveball, sent to third. Throw across the diamond will get Romeo. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th. Joey Dugo will step up. With 2 outs, nobody on base, trying to get something started and set the table for the top of the order.
Go, Joey.
Takes a ball. We're in the top of the 5th inning.
Discipline now, Joey.
Creekside with a 4-0 lead. Dugo rips this one to right, and that is down for Joey Dugo's first career hit. Good contact the opposite way, and that will play every time.
Move it, Joey.
2-out base runner now, and Zach Jackson will try to keep this one going. Takes the curveball into the zone. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Called strike 2.
Hey, we got discipline now.
With a runner on first and 2 away in the top of the 5th, Ansley to the plate. Slap foul. Dugo is the runner. He went on that last pitch. We'll see if he goes again. Ansley thinking the same thing as he checks on him at first.
Go, Zach.
Another pickoff move. And again, Dugo is back in time.
Go, Zach, pass the torch.
Dugo is going before the pitch. Jackson pops it foul and out of play.
Ready to be Zach? Here we go.
Having to
Discipline.
protect the plate on that last one. Jackson, after a pair of foul balls, will dig back in there in the right-handed batter's box. Ansley's curveball arcs up over the head of Zach Jackson. Up in the bullpen now for Bolles is number 15, Klein Cummings.
Go, Zach, discipline now.
Ansley will have to wait as time is called.
That's it, Zach. Go, Zach, discipline here.
The 1-2. Curveball got him looking at strike 3. 2-out single for Dugo, but nothing else doing for Creekside in the top of the 5th. Still with the lead here on Schlick Sports.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Shacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Shacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Five, 6, 7 coming up to greet Matt Bysham in the bottom of the 5th inning. Creekside with a 4-0 lead over the Bolles Bulldogs. The first pitch is ball 1 to Ford McCarthy. I think Belizik is adjusting his pitch comm device behind the plate. Creekside Baseball is brought to you in part by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. As the Knights and the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th, Creekside nursing a solid advantage.
Let's go, Matt.
The Knights coming off of a big week in Daytona where they picked up a few top 10 wins in the state. They jumped 35 spots in the FHSAA rankings from 66 to 31. They currently sit 9th
Good job, Matt.
in Class 7A and 4th in their region. If the season were to end today, the Knights will get a round 1 rematch with Timber Creek, who knocked Creekside out of the playoffs last year in the regional finals. Obviously, the playoffs moving towards a 3-game series this year. The Knights would have home field advantage, I believe, for the first 2 games as the 4 seed. Inside, and that hit McCarthy, who flings his bat towards the dugout and takes first base.
Go, Matt.
Bolles entered this game as the number 54 team in the state. Bolles with the record of 12-4. Went 6-1 in February, 6-3 in March. Creekside thought they got him on the pickoff move. They did not. If the Knights are able to finish this one out, it would be another really good win for this team. Way behind on the heater. Will Arndt not able to get that one. Another pickoff move, and again, McCarthy is back in time. In on the hands, jam shot foul over the screen. 0-2 count. Here comes Bisham. Another foul ball. We're into the final 3 weeks of the regular season. Slider is a ball. Throw down to first, not in time.
Go, Matt.
Go, Matt.
There are 7 games on the line for Creekside after this in the regular season. Tomorrow they'll travel to St. Joseph Academy. That's a 4 o'clock game, as St. Joseph Academy does not have lights at their field. Very cool park, though. And then the Knights will be back home to face Clay on Thursday. A big-time matchup between two of the better public schools and teams in general in the Jacksonville area. 1-2 pitch.
Yes.
Make it 2-2. Then next week, they've got Lowndes, one of the top teams in Georgia, coming to Creekside on Wednesday. Then they'll host Beachside and travel to St. John's Country Day the following 2 days, as Bisham strikes out Arndt for 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Now McCraney with a runner on first. And then the final week of the regular season, 2 away games, 1 at Bishop Kenny and 1 at DeLand. Creekside has faced some tough competition all season long. They've still got some more tests, this one of them. And so far, Creekside has been well up to the challenge. Still plenty of time left as Bisham throws this one away. Taking the turn, McCarthy heading for third, and he will be in there in plenty of time. And just like that, Bolles has got to run 90 feet away. But this is the point of the year where Creekside, they've gotten hot. Now it's time you make your move. You try to climb the rankings, get a good seed in regions. And get hot as you go into the playoffs. You want to be
Go, Matt.
riding high as you enter districts in the regional tournament.
Ball, Matt. Let's go, bud.
Bisham facing a little bit of controversy here in the bottom of the 5th. He's got a runner on third. And Bolles will plate their first run. McCraney will stay put over on first. It's an RBI single. And it's back to a 3-run game.
Here we go, boys. Let's go, Creekside. Let's go, Creekside.
Chopper towards third. Morton will throw on to first. Takes a hop and handled by Blansett. 2 away.
That's 2, let's go, boys.
Hey, one more.
Richter with a runner in scoring position. If he's able to get on base, he represents the next man up, who is Jackson Geist, would represent the tying run. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. 1-0 on Richter. He's 0 for 1, popped out back in the third. Fastball finds the strike zone, 1-1. With a runner on second, there's a chopper down the third base line. Morton, did he get him? No, he did not. Would have been a great play from Parker Morton, but Richter able to lay out the infield single, brings the tying run up to the plate in Jackson Geist.
Hey, we got you, Matt.
There we go.
With 2 outs, Bolles with a real chance to make up some ground in this game.
Let's go, Matt.
2 on, 2 out. The leadoff man is 0 for 2. Awaits the first pitch. Foul tip, strike 1.
Good job, Matt. Good job, Matt.
Fastball, strike 2. Matt Bysham, 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
Hey, get it done, Matt.
He's got Geist in an 0-2 hole. Bysham set. The 2-strike pitch. Looked and took one just outside the strike zone. 1-2.
Hey, get it done, Matt.
Bysham set. Here's the pitch. Wait, they called a balk. And it is 4-2. Chris King is walking out to the mound. Trying to figure out, going back to the replay and trying to figure out where the balk call came from. My best guess is he didn't come set.
Let's go, Matt.
No, he came set.
Go, action. Let's see some wheels.
Came set. Yeah, I don't know.
Good job, Matt.
A 1-2. Fouled back. Still alive.
Good job, Matt. Get it done, Matt.
The 1-2 pitch. Down low. Couple of runs here for Bolles in the bottom of the 5th, and they're back into this game. Tying run at the plate with 2 outs.
Hey, get it done, Matt.
Here's the pitch. Chopper out to second. Dugo's got it. Throw on to first. Ends the inning. Bolles plates 2 in the bottom of the 5th. And it's back to a 2-run ball game as we hit the 6th inning on Schlick Sports.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget, the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Top of the 6th inning, and after a couple runs here from the Bulldogs, it might be time for Creekside to get a couple of their own. They plated 1 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, put them up 4-0, but a little bit of run support would do them well as they enter the 6th and the 7th defensively. Hunter Schlegel will lead things off. It's 2-3-4 due up for the Knights. Schlegel, Belizik, Morton. Zeke Ansley in his 2nd inning of work. The first pitch, strike 1. Second pitch goes down low, 1-1.
Hey, get it done, Schlick.
Schlegel is 0 for 2. He reached on a walk back in the 3rd. Also grounded out and struck out in this game.
Hey, do your job. Let's go, Schlick.
The 1-2. Chopper out to short. Gonna be a tough play. The throw goes high, and Schlegel reaches safely.
Hey, one at a time, boys. One at a time.
The Knights get a man on. And that brings up Belizik. That'll be an error on Geist. Now Creekside trying to make Bolles pay for it. Belizik has singled each of his last 2 times up, and he takes a high fastball for ball 1.
Good job, Connor. Good job, Connor. Hey, get it done, Connor.
The second pitch to Belizik, curveball got him. First 2-man reach, 1 on an error, 1 on a hit by pitch. And the table has been set for the heart of the order. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Parker Morton has reached base 3 times, 2 singles and a walk. He's got runners on first and second.
Get it done, Parker.
Set is Ansley. Here's the pitch, showing bunt. Morton lays one down. Charging and throwing to first. It is not going to get Morton. His second bunt single of the game and his third hit of the night. Bases loaded, nobody out. Drew Williams. He has also reached base 3 times with 2 singles and a walk. He's driven in a run.
Hey, get it done, Dub.
A chance for a big inning here. The wind and the pitch. First pitch swinging, back up the middle. Gloved it shortstop, flips on to second for 1 to throw to second. Got Williams on the 6-4-3 double play. What a turn there by the Bulldogs. The Knights do get a run, but now there's 2 away. Bisham showing bunt with 2 outs. It's popped up and caught by Ansley to end the inning. Creekside loads the bases with nobody out, only able to get 1 run out of it. They do extend their lead, but maybe something left out on the field. They'll try to protect that lead when we return for the bottom of the 6th on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-2 Creekside is our score. The Knights with the lead over Bolles. They were able to get 1 in the top half of the inning. Matt Bisham still out there. He's got a 3-run lead. Surrendered 2 in the 5th. Looking to bounce back in the 6th. It's 2-3-4. Rylan Baker up at the plate. He is 0 for 1, reaching base on a hit by pitch back in the 1st. The 2-1 into the inside part of the zone. 2-2. 2-strike pitch. Got him swinging. Baker went fishing in the dirt. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Gabe Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. Just 3 hits in this game for Bolles, 4 base runners, but they've done a nice job of taking advantage of when they have gotten base runners. 2 of them have scored.
Get it done, Matt. Good pitch. Get it done, Matt. Get it done, Matt.
2-1 count on the catcher. How cool is that? We got a flyover right there. That was
Done, Matt.
way down low, too. Went right over us.
Done, Matt.
The 3-1 pitch. Can't find the zone. Ball 4. Bisham surrenders the 1-out walk. Brings up Denzel Del Valle Delgado.
Let's go, Matt. Get it done, bud.
1 on, 1 out. Not sure what that was. Coach King ran out and talked to the infield umpire.
Hey, don't get small now. Let's go.
Here you go, Matt.
1-0. We'll have to wait. Pickoff move and back in time is Gonzalez. He's being run for.
Here you go, Matt.
Pitch outside, throw down to first from Belizic, not in time.
Hey, here we go, Matt.
Bisham struggling to hit the strike zone here. Behind 2-0. Time to bear down and find the zone.
Here you go, Matt.
Hits the outside corner. 2-1.
Hey, get it done, Matt.
Del Valle Delgado, 1 for 2 with the single. Grounds 1 to first. Blancett throws to second. They're only going to get 1 as Romeo had to kind of fall down, keeping his foot on the bag to make the catch. It's a 3-6 fielder's choice. 2 outs, brings up Ford McCarthy. Hit by a pitch and scored an inning ago.
Hey, get it done, Matt.
First pitch from Bisham to McCarthy. Misses low and away, 1-0.
Here you go, Matt. Get it done.
Bisham set. His delivery popped up down the right field side. That ball tracking towards the fence, and it is down for a foul ball. Good effort from Tavern Blancett. It looked like he laid out for that one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Let's go, Matt. Hey, get it done, Matt. Good pitch.
Bisham back into the strike zone.
Matt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here you go, Matt. Here we go.
Bisham set.
Hey, get it done, Matt.
The 2-strike offering. Got him looking at a close pitch. That's called ball 2. I think that one might have been down.
Here you go, Matt. Get it done.
The 2-2. Slider. Another one doesn't get the call.
Hey, right here, Matt.
Just out of the strike zone on both of them. Good takes from McCarthy.
Here you go, Matt.
2 outs, the payoff pitch. Got him looking at the knees. And McCarthy fired up, voicing his opinion on that called strike 3. It's a big one, though, for Matt Bysham and the Creekside Knights. On to the 7th. It's a 3-run lead for Creekside. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Three-run lead for the Creekside Knights in the top of the 7th inning. And the Knights trying to add some insurance ahead of the bottom of the 7th. Tavern Blancett leading things off at 7-8-9 coming up for Creekside.
Go, Matt.
First pitch to Blancett. Takes up and away. 1-0. Zeke Ansley has pitched 2 innings now. Did a nice job out of the bullpen. Got into some trouble after the first 3 men reached, loading the bases with nobody out in the 6th. He was able to get Williams to ground into a double play and then get the pop out on the bunt to limit the damage. Creekside only getting 1 out of that spot. Two balls and a strike, make it 3-1.
Hey, way to be 7. Hey, find a way, 7.
3-ball count. Ansley trying to find the strike zone. Here's the pitch. Blancett fouls it back, 3-2. Tony Romeo on deck.
Hey, discipline now.
Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Yeah, bud.
Blancett works a walk. Puts a runner on first with nobody out in the 7th. They're going to have Hudson Hyatt run for Blancett. Tony Romeo.
Go, Tony.
He is 0 for 2.
Hey, here we go.
Grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 2nd. And grounded out to 3rd in the 5th.
Hey, pass the torch, guys.
At the very least here, just trying to get Hyatt into scoring position. Time called at the plate. Curveball, hit Romeo. Ansley visibly upset with himself. Got to regain his composure here. After a walk and a hit by pitch, he's in some trouble in the 7th. Joey Dugo picked up a single last time up. Runners on first and second.
Go get you one, Dugo.
Showing bunt. Dugo gets it down, right back to the mound. Throw goes to third, and that's not going to get him. With the force out in effect, Ansley tried to get it. It's a risky play, but down by 3. Decided to take the chance, and it does not work. Brings up Gavin Dupre, hitting for Zach Jackson. Bases loaded, nobody out for the second straight inning. Inside, ball 1. Romeo about halfway down the baseline between second and third. As with the infield in, nobody holding him close. Dupre hits one down the right field line. That scores Hyatt. Coming home, Romeo, he will score. Dugo on his way to the plate. He is in. Dupre with an RBI triple clears the bases. Gavin Dupre takes one the other way. Unloads the bases with a 3-run triple. And that is going to do it, I believe, for Zeke Ansley. As it is time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Back after the pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Klein Cummings, the freshman, into the game. He is making his 5th appearance of the season. The Southpaw has gone 8 2/3 with a 2-0 record and an ERA at 0.81. He struck out 8 while walking 3. Impressive numbers from the freshman. He inherits a runner on third with nobody out. Creekside already with 3 runs here in the top of the 7th after loading the bases. And Gavin Dupre's 3-run triple, now 8-2. The Knights with the lead. And Hunter Schlegel up at the plate. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Creekside Baseball brought to you in part by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. Nice curveball. Freezes Hunter Schlegel looking at strike 2.
Hey,
0-2 is the count. The 2-strike pitch. Fought off the other way and out of play.
Go 8.
They're undergoing some massive renovations out here at Bolles. Both dugouts are now gone. We've got temporary netting protecting a bench for each player,
Here we go, discipline here.
for each team's players down the left and right field lines. As Schlegel takes ball 1, you can take a look at where Bolles is set up right now. There's Bolles, kind of behind netting in a curvature in the fence that kind of comes out. Temporary structure.
Go, discipline here.
The 1-2. Down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes, and there's Creekside.
Go, Hunter.
Right now they're working on big time project here. They're adding a 4,200 square foot baseball field house here with locker rooms, new press box, renovating both dugouts. I believe they're going to do some work as well with these stands, the bleachers behind home plate. Big time project out here coming together for this historic baseball program. 2-2 pitch right back where it came from into center field. Hunter Schlegel delivers run number 9. The Knights lead 9-2.
Let's go 3.
So Creekside blowing this one open in the 7th inning. 4 runs already across. Brings up Connor Belizic. Belizic is 3 for 4.
You get it done, Connor.
Takes a curveball high, 2-0.
Hey, get it 3.
Hey, Connor, here we go, discipline now.
Cummings to the plate, misses outside, 3-0. The 3-0 offering, he walked him on 4 pitches.
Let's go, P-Mart.
The first 6 men reaching for Creekside in the 7th. And Parker Morton trying to keep it going. He's reached all 4 times up at the plate. 3 singles, 2 of them on bunts, and a walk on the line for him. Curveball checked his swing. They'll say he went. Oh, 1 is the count. Morton takes up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is tied for the most runs Bolles has surrendered this year. The most they've allowed since they faced Baldwin on February 28th. A game which the Bulldogs won by a score of 15-9.
There you go, Parker.
Creekside's offense has gotten plenty of base runners in this one. I'll have to count up this total in between innings. They've been able to bring home 9 runs, and they've probably left some out there too. There's been potential for more. As Morton works a walk, the 5th time he reaches base in this game. The base is loaded again. And Austin Cacklereese will step up and pinch hit for Drew Williams. Bases loaded, nobody out. 4 runs in for Creekside in the 7th. Cackle Reese takes low, ball 1.
Hey, get it done, twos.
Second pitch to Cackle Reese into the zone.
All right.
1 ball, 1 strike. The delivery on the 1-1. Curveball arcs back down into the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, discipline here.
Cacareese 0 for 3 on the season. Trying to continue on the build on the big inning. Takes inside, that one hit him, and that brings in another run. Make it 10-2 Creekside. And now Mike Bysham trying to walk this one off. The winning run on second. And they're going to pinch hit for him. Landon Elliott coming in with the bases juiced.
Go, Landon. Come on now. 17.
Go 1-7. Go, Landon.
First pitch to Elliott goes up and away, ball 1. Elliott making his 2nd varsity plate appearance.
Go, Landon. Here we go.
Pops one foul and out of play. Elliott made good contact in his other plate appearance. Flew out to right. Swings and misses at the curveball, 1-2.
Go 1-7.
2-strike count. We'll see if he goes back to that curve. He's liked it a lot. Cummings comes set and delivers, spikes it low. 2-2.
Hey, win it 1-7. Let's go.
Two-two count on Landon Elliott. The pitch from Cummings. Swung on, sent down the left field line, but foul.
Good cut. Let's go 1-7. Come on.
Go good.
Still
Let's go.
2-2.
Go, Landon.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Elliott. Upstairs, ball 3. He's worked the count full. Three balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Elliott still battling.
Go, Landon. Run, get it, Landon.
Another pitch to Elliott. And another foul ball.
Here you go, Landon. Run, get it, Landon.
Another 3-2. Another one tracking foul and down. We'll do it again.
Let's go.
Go, bud. Let's go get it.
Quite the at-bat so far. What does this pitch bring? It brings ball 4 up and in. 11-2. Elliott gets the RBI. Base is still loaded with nobody out. The winning run on third. And they are going to make another move to the bullpen. Time for another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change on your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. The new pitcher for the Bulldogs, Jayan Shah, with the bases loaded, nobody out. Shah, the sophomore, is making his 7th appearance of the season. He's got an ERA at 2.33, struck out 6 while walking 6. He gets ready to face Xander Brown. The Knights have batted around, nobody out yet in the 7th inning. 6 runs in, and the bases loaded for Xander Brown. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Winning run on third. Brown grounds this one out to second, and that will do it. Creekside will get the mercy rule. 1 run scores. Cackle Reese is in. Xander Brown out to second after a wild throw to first. It is now 13-2. Oh, does that not end it? Oh, because we're the away team. That makes sense. My bad. Now 1 out after the fielder's choice. Runner on second, 2 more runs in, 13-2. I don't think I've ever called a road mercy rule, now that I think about it.
It's always a first.
Romeo skies one to right, coming in and making the grab is McCarthy. 8 runs for Creekside.
Go, Joey.
And that's just come in the 7th inning.
Go, Joey. Go, Joey. Get it done, Joey.
Joey Dugo has reached base twice,
Get it done, Joey.
once on a fielder's choice and once on a single.
Go, Joey.
Pops this one foul and out of play. 2-1 count.
All right, Joey.
Dugo skies one to left center. That ball is caught by the center fielder, Baker, and that ends the inning. But Creekside puts up a whopping 8 runs in the top of the 7th inning. They lead 13-2 as we enter the bottom of the 7th at the Bolles School. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Time now for another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Michael Bysham relieves his brother in the 7th inning. They had him warming up when this was a 3-run ball game. Their closer expecting a save opportunity, and they decide to stick with him, get him some work here with an 11-run advantage in the bottom of the 7th inning. 13-2 ball game after the Knights played 8 in the top of the 7th. Pinch hitter. This is Jackson Flowers hitting for Will Arndt. Shoots one foul, 1-1. Final line on the Creekside starter, Matthew Bysham, goes 6 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 8 while only walking 1. Big night for the junior. 1-2 count. Bysham set. Here's the pitch. Just up and away, 2-2. Bysham gets him with the strikeout. 1 away. We've got Gabe Morris hitting for McCrane. Morris, the sophomore, making his 7th plate appearance of the season. Strike 1 from Michael Bysham. Creekside, 28 base runners tonight. It's a pretty good total right there.
Hey, good work, good work.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down in the 7th. Bolles down to their last out. Justin Osborne, the DH. He is 0 for 2. First pitch from Bisham to Osborne, checked his swing, and he went around. Bisham set. His 0-1. Into the strike zone, make it 0-2. Bolles down to their last strike. They competed in this game for a while. It was a 3-run ball game as we entered the 7th. Creekside with a big 7th inning. Created the gap, and now the 0-2 sent back up the middle for a base hit. And we will play on. Now Leo Petrucelli. He's hitting for Richter. One on, 2 out. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 0-1. Petrucelli, a junior. 1 plate appearance, 1 walk this season for him. Sends this one to right. That's down for a base hit. They're sending the runner to third. They hold him up last second. He took the turn, looked like he was going, and Williams made a good throw on. Good decision to keep Osborne at second. Back-to-back 2-out knocks. That brings up Jackson Geist. Curveball is skied to right center. Making the catch is Jackson, and Creekside takes this one by a score of 13-2. A blowout win over Bolles, and a statement win for the Creekside Knights on the road. They will return tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock as they take on St. Joe's back here on Schlick Sports. You can tune in then. But for now, I'm Noah Schlicksup signing off saying good night from the Bolles School.